Hello! Do you enjoy sewing? Is making patterns scary, or are you just too lazy to make them? Because it takes forever and it always ends up wrong. Don't worry, I'm here to help. My name is Anya and today I will show you how I made this anime slash school uniform style skirt in the easiest possible way. This is great for beginners at sewing or if the convention is tomorrow and you need to make something in the next few hours because you've been putting it off until the very last minute. Again. I will put more details about calculations and stuff in the description for anyone who wants to follow this recipe with me because I do not want to struggle with basic math for this entire video. First, I took measurements for my waist and the length of the skirt. I divided my waist by half and then I divided that by the number of pleats I want on each side. How wide the pleats are is up to you, but I wanted everything to be the same size, so it's easier to make the pleats and less chances of making oopsies. I then drew directly on the fold of the fabric all the pleats and the length plus sewing allowance. I cut my fabric and I marked every pleat by cutting out tiny triangles to help me fold them correctly. I then started to fold and pin the pleats. After a lot of pinning and folding, I sewed the pleats down to secure them. I sewed the sides of the skirt together, leaving the opening for the zipper. And then I secured the side with the zip lock and ironed down the pleats. And here I'm just sewing the zipper in. For the waist part of the skirt, measure your skirt to get the length. Then decide how wide you want it, add sewing allowance and just draw directly on the fabric again. After cutting it out, iron on the interfacing so it doesn't lose shape and also iron down sewing allowance on the length. First we sew the waist on the sides and then we start by sewing it on the back of the skirt. After that sewed in, we turn the waist around and sew it on the front. And we iron down the sewing allowance so that we get a nice decorative seam on the front. Now I just sewed on one of these presses because I dislike making buttonholes, so my solution is to just avoid them forever and ever. Here I'm just hemming down the skirt. And here is my quality control manager telling me I'm doing a great job and that you should subscribe to my channel. And I'm just ironing down the pleats for the last time. And with that, I am done. So in conclusion, this works and it's super easy to make. I did however make some oopsies in the measurement and I also lost some weight, so I had to take it in quite a bit at the end. Otherwise, I am really happy with how this turned out. It was such a fun project to make and I'm really glad I did it. And now we're gonna look at my cat and then we'll bump her on the nose. Boop. Well, this is it for this video. Like and subscribe and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.